All right, welcome back on RealCopStoriesVideos.com. 370 stories. Please look them up. Naked people, barking dogs, dogs biting criminals. I mean, all kinds of neat stuff. I found a poor old lady that died in her house, and the dog decided he wanted her moisture from her mouth. Pretty gross stuff. But I tell you, gross alert, so you'll be fine. A lot of ice stuff too. In addition to that, on that website, I have over 200 questions and answers. So if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. I'll answer you directly, and then we'll put it on video, like we're doing now. A guy's asked me about the academy, what I did in there, so we're into that right now. 5th month into your academy, you go out in the field. 1 week with traffic officers, 2 weeks with, week with traffic officers, 1 week with detectives, and 2 weeks with patrol. They're trying to get you exposed to this. I'll get a little philosophical here, and I found this out while we were at the academy. They told us this. They do that on purpose, because they don't want you to graduate from the academy and then get out there in the field, and you're there a month or whatever, and you realize, I don't want to do this. Okay, this is horrible. I don't want to do this. So they're trying to expose you to what's going to be like in the field, so when you come back, you can actually decide if you want to graduate and finish the academy and go out and do it, because it's not for everybody. I mean, it really isn't. You gotta have a lot of internal stuff, and you got to be able to handle it all. Intestinal fortitude, that's the word I wanted. You got to be able to handle this, both mentally and physically, mostly mentally, because it's a whole new world out there. Felt like Aladdin, right? It's a whole new world. And so, I came from a very small town, 40 miles east of Los Angeles. Town had probably 30 Latinos, including my family. No blacks, no Asians, okay? Lily white town. I never saw, my dad said one hell the whole time I was home until I went in the Marine Corps. Never saw any violence, never saw anybody beaten up, I never saw any gang violence, never saw, you can see where I'm coming from. So I'm sure I'm not the only one that comes from area, and now you're in the deep end of the pool here. You're going to Los Angeles, man, And so this is why I think they told us this is why they do this, because sometimes, once in a while, they get a guy to come back and say, I don't want to do this, I'm sorry, and he'll just leave. And that's fine. I mean, it's not for you, it's not for you. Nobody should go where they don't want to go. Okay, so anyway, back to the prime directive. So I went with traffic for a week, and interesting to show what they did, although that wasn't my cup of tea, because I thought insurance companies should be handling the traffic accidents unless someone's hurt, not policemen, but that's my opinion. And eventually they cut back on officers doing traffic accidents, because I think it is an insurance thing. Insurance companies like it, it's all the paperwork is perfect. Well, you hit me, I hit you, we're both in the green light, and that's it. But go to the insurance company. No one's going to claim any fault anyway. I mean, really. So anyway, so I watched that for a week. Okay, then I go to detectives. And when it was a pretty hot division, so I went to detectives. All I saw what they were doing is driving around in suits, because I rode in the back seat of the 2 detectives, day shift, okay, and interviewing witnesses on crimes that had occurred the night before, a couple days before, looking for a couple of crooks, didn't find any of them. They had a milk producing, what do we call it, factory, where the cows get milked, dairy, I guess you call it, believe it or not, in the city, in that part of the city. They'd go there, both of them, and buy some milk, take home at the end of the shift. And I'm in a suit, because I have to wear a suit. And I look at these guys going, well, I don't want to do that. I mean, it's boring as heck. I mean, it's beyond boring. Okay? I'd rather go over there and just, put a little paint there and just sit there and watch it dry. I mean, come on. Okay? I know I found out later on, there's a function for that. There's detectives that should be doing that and checking for victims and all that and witnesses, and that's fine. But again, not my cup of tea. I'm a Marine. I need a little more action. And then here comes the day of reckoning. The day that pushed me over the edge of being a policeman. It was Mother's Day in a predominantly black area. And third man in the car, and a couple of really seasoned guys in front of me, and they're really nice guys. They didn't shun me like the traffic guys. They included me, called me by my first name, call me Tom, call me Jim, whatever. Thanks, guys. I'm in the back seat. And they're asking me questions about the academy or at the station. They want to see what's going on there, because they're, again, the older guys should realize, even these traffic guys, that guys like me, and later on when I see guys like myself, these are the future. These are the guys you're gonna have to work with. So you can't be, browbeating them and stuff, because they're gonna come out of the academy and you might want to be assigned to him. I mean, it's very rare, but still, you should have a little bit of respect for the recruits coming out of the academy, because they're going to wind up backfilling you to, if they come on, then you can promote. Everything moves along, new recruits come in, the guys that are there, spots open up, they can promote, and these guys fill that spot. And then these guys promote higher, and these guys come in. You can see what's happening here. It goes up. Everything goes up as long as the recruits keep coming. When recruits stop, then all the promotions stop. It's a chain. That's pretty the way it is. I mean, there's several times in my career there was freezes where they didn't hire anybody for 2 years. In other words, they didn't hire anybody for 2 years, which means you don't promote anybody for 2 years. You can't make sergeant, you can't make lieutenant, because everything stops. So the recruits is the key to keeping the system going. Okay, anyway, so you guys are really nice. Oh my gosh. First radio call, 415, that's a code for distributing the peace. 415 fight, man assaulting a woman, give an address. So I'm in the back seat, here we go. This is like, we work night shift. This is 3:30 on a roll call. We're hauling ass, okay. It's daylight still. Come around the corner, we're not the first car there. Black and white comes the other side, they jump out. What do we see on the lawn? We see about 9 people. Now remember, it wasn't Mother's Day, it was Easter. I'm sorry, it was Easter, not Mother's Day. Did I say Mother's Day? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, it was Easter Sunday, I'm sorry. Remember, that's 1972, my brain's falling apart. Anyway. 8 or 9 people wrestling on the front lawn, and I'm not going to say it's racially, I'm just saying just for factual, they all happen to be black. They're dressed really nice. I work at Black Area for 6 years. They dress really nice for whatever they're going to, whether it be a wedding or a holiday or a funeral or a church. They dress really nice. I mean, they really do. These people are dressed really nice, and they're rolling around the front lawn, screaming and fighting each other. Wigs are hanging to the side. Suits are ripped open. They had the suit, really nice, like the bright-colored suits with the flowery shirts, down the front. It's open. There's blood and snot. Grab him. Oh my gosh. So I mean, it's just women, huge women, and just any kind of woman. They're all on the ground. Everybody's screaming, grabbing hair, fingernails flying everywhere. What is this? So then more cops show up. I mean, so now you got equal number. 8 cops versus 8 suspects. Everybody gets handcuffed on the ground. They even used my handcuffs. Never did it before. So, okay, so the sergeant gets there. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, well, they looked at us. You take those 2. You take those 2. Oh my gosh, okay. So, we're trying to find out the story. Well, here's what happened. It's Easter Sunday, okay. Mama's there with her family, some family member, grown children. An uncle comes, he's drunk, okay. Another guy, her brother shows up. He doesn't like the uncle. The kids don't like the husband. There's more kids. Everybody starts screaming. Pretty soon they're throwing beer at each other, and all of a sudden everybody's fighting. This is, Happy Easter, Mom. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're down there like, oh my, picking up the fragments of this fight. And so, we happen to have 2 women. So they're screaming and yelling, and I got to be in the back seat with them. We don't have cages. So put them in the back seat, and they're yelling, and now they're yelling at each other. They're discussing what happened. They're not mad at each other. They're mad at the situation. And I'm back there like, are you okay, kid? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you guys, and I'm like, are you ladies okay? And they look at me like, yeah, we're okay. I mean, can you imagine? I'm trying to make sure they're okay. And they're looking at me like, what are you talking about, white boy? They don't know I'm Mexican. They don't know. They just see a non-black. Okay. Well, I just want to make sure I shut up. I said, okay, I'm just sitting. I don't know nothing. I'm just, okay, fine. I said, okay, maybe I should shut up. And the guy turns around. You ladies shut up. I go, oh, whoa, okay, this is a real deal now. He's telling them to shut up. All right, okay. So we take them in, get to the station. They're all in there. Some assaulted the officer, some swung at an officer. They got them for battery to a police officer. One guy's battery, this guy battered that girl. Everybody's going to jail. So I'm just helping them book the bodies. I'm taking them into the jail and everything else. And so the one guy's writing the report. And you can see the way I'm telling this story. It's like, we've been there like 2 or 3 hours now. It's good something to eat. We'll jump in our car and we'll go to a burrito stand. We're eating burrito on the hood of the car. We're eating, okay, fine. And they look at me, what do you think? Wow. And where'd you come from? I told them where I came from. They go, oh, well, you never seen people like this, have you? Oh, no, we're not about blacks or like that. He goes, oh, they go, blacks, doesn't mean anything. One guy said, I came from East LA. Blacks, Mexicans, it don't matter. He doesn't matter what they are. He said, they're just people. They come here at a party. It could be a birthday, Easter, Mom's Day, and they all fight. Get used to it. It's a blast. It's a blast. Like, we're just babysitting. Well, that was incredible. I've never seen anybody do that before. I've never seen women punch women. I've never seen women. I have 3 sisters and my mother. My dad never raised his voice. I never seen women do this to each other. Maybe on TV, on a movie. I never saw this. They got saliva and the lipstick's all messed up and their hair's they have all these wigs and they're all sideways and their beautiful clothes. Oh my gosh, the clothes are all ruined. So that was like, I came home that night. I came home about midnight. And this happened, like I said, about 3:30, 4 in the afternoon. By the time we, a bunch of other calls, but I get home that night and I'm wired to the max. I get home, my mom's there. How did it go? She's worried to death. My dad's sitting there. I tell them the story I told you, and they're just sitting there, oh my gosh, and my mom said, well, you can be able to do this? I go, Mom, if they paid my rent and paid for my food, I do this for free. I've said that for 50 years. This has got to be the best thing ever, ever. And they're paying me to do this. They're paying me pretty good compared to other things I can make money on, digging ditches or doing something else. Whoa, okay. So that was a complete change of working with traffic guys who ignored me, and then working with detectives who basically don't do anything, to these guys, this is the real deal. This is where we're going to go anyway. This is where recruits are going to go. They're not going to go to detectives. They're not going to go to traffic. To go to traffic in those days, and even now, you got to put your application in. You got to have like 4 or 5 years on. You got to be selected, take oral board. And that's fine. That's how you get there. But recruits are going to go to the field. They're going to go right to the field. And so so 2 weeks of this, man. I mean, I didn't want to go back to the academy. I thought, I want to be here. This is where I want to be. This is where the action is. I'm an ex-Marine. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, no. Back to the academy. Okay, so we come back to the academy Monday, and now we're getting ready to graduate. Well, we're only 4 weeks away now, and we're all coming back all of us, all 20 of us from the weekend, or the week, 2 weeks, or the month out, 2 weeks in the field, and all that good stuff. Okay, so we come back, and never forget, we come back Monday. We're sitting at desks like this. When we come back, they moved the room had become a circular seating room now, and they structure at the front of the circle. And I thought, well, this is kind of strange. Well, what's happening now is they're slacking off, and now we're sitting in a kind of a semicircle, almost a full circle. And now he wants to know from everybody what happened on their month out. And so over the next 2 days, along with some steading, we were talking about what we did. Each guy went down the road, each guy talking about his experiences and all that. And they had a couple of officers in there, along with the instructor, taking notes about each of the things that we experienced to use it later, and call that, I guess it's called raw feedback or more, because it was all, told my story, and other guys, one guy was involved in it, not involved in the shooting, but they shot at them, and he was in a really hot division, and the bullet hole was in the back of the car, and whoa, this is really something, okay, so now we're getting ready to graduate, okay, and now, about a month away, and they come to one of the mornings, they come in and they go, okay, they're asking to see where you guys want to work, okay, because we've all sent out, 28 of us went to all these different precincts, divisions, and now they want to see where you want to go. Do you have a preference where you want to go? Some guy, and we don't know anything, but where I came from, I liked it there, okay, it's a mix of probably 80% black, 25% Latino, 20% Latino. It's a good mix. I thought it'd be a good place there. Excellent, and what we did with the 2 weeks was, I can't even describe it. So I thought, I want to go there. So I put that thing there. And then I didn't know the other ones, and we were all talking. We heard rumors and discussion about different divisions, where you want to go, where it's hot. One division is called a shooting division. They've had a lot of shootings. Another one's called a Black Panther division. They had a Black Panthers come in there back in the 60s that did some shooting. And so guys are putting their requests in. So we put our requests in. So the guy's going, okay, verifying where we want to go. Comes to my name. He goes, oh, ha. And I'm going, he's laughing at anybody else. What's he laughing at me for? Oh, sir, what's wrong? He goes, you remember about 2 weeks ago we had an inspection with a Latin captain showed up in a suit? I go, yeah, I remember that. He asked me where I came from. Yeah. Well, he's the captain of a Latino division. First Latin captain on the department's history. He requested you directly. What? He doesn't know me. Doesn't matter. He wants Latino officers. He asked for you. Actually, he didn't even ask for you. He went to the commanding officer and said, I want him. Now, I was the only Latin in the class. So the odds are pretty high, So I went, well, I don't want to go. He goes, they just started laughing. Those three of them in there. They started laughing. You'll find out in this department, you're going to go where they tell you to go. I said, plus, you'll like it over there. It's a really nice division. You'll like it. I go, well, okay. I mean, I guess I'll go where I'm told. Oh, yeah. And they all said, oh, I've worked there. A couple of them worked there before. Oh, you'll love it there. It's nice. They got hot stuff going on. It's a quiet time. You'll love it there. You'll love it there. And I was there 7 years. I mean, come on. Okay. But that was interesting how he went down that line and saw me, and he just went back and said, he's coming. Didn't even say, I want him. He said, he's coming. And sure enough, the orders came out 2 weeks later. Everything comes out 2 weeks ahead of time. And there I am on the list, that division. And he said, look, I told you. I said, yeah, I know. I did. Well, good luck. You'll be fine over there. And I was fine over there. There were gangs that were by. So I mean, this captain selected me for a lot of really neat positions. If you look up my videos, he picked me for a gang unit. He picked me directly for a vice unit. He picked me for another unit, special unit, for a unit that goes out and only gets felonies. He liked me. He particularly respected hardworking guys, and I had with other Caucasian officers I worked with, not just Latin. And we got the best jobs because we did the most work, and he liked that. He was a really good guy. He passed away years ago as an older gentleman, but never forgot that. So that was easy. They all just laughed. Oh, you're going here. There's no doubt you're going there. So that was interesting. All right, so we're all done with time, and see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.